You know, there's a lot of things, Mangalam, you and I talk about on the show, things that are on top of mind at any given point of day. But honestly, if there is one thing that you think about every day, especially when you're at work, what do you think it is?
One thing that I think about every time is sleeping. If I have no work, if I have nothing to do, I will just go ahead and sleep, irrespective of what the time it is.
So that's an honest answer. Sleep is actually always on top of mind, and that is what we discuss here today on Mad About Markets.
And it's just not us, it's Indians as a race. We're the second most sleep-deprived people in the world after the Japanese. We get an average of 7 hours, 1 minute sleep every night, but that is still 48 minutes lesser than the average British citizen or 32 minutes lesser than the American citizen. And that's not all. If you talk about deep sleep, quality of sleep, Indians get just 77 minutes of REM or rapid eye movement sleep on an average. That is the lowest in the world. So, I mean, it's understandable that sleep deprivation is always on top of mind.
Well, you're not at fault, and you would think that it's people like you or maybe the younger generation still that gets lesser amount of sleep, but actually it is the elderly, because this Fitbit report that Mangalam spoke about, it finds that Indian users in the age group of 75 to 90 years of age got the lowest amount of sleep at 6 hours and 35 minutes on average, even though users in the age group of 18 to 25 went to bed an hour later than users in this older age group. And the pandemic, that has made things much worse, because one of the most common health issues, which is reported globally by those affected by COVID, is lack of sleep. And a recent survey also found 52% Indians admitting that their sleep pattern changed following the pandemic, and 1 in 2 Indians that were surveyed also said that they got less than 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night, far lower than the recommended 7 hours or more.
And what does lack of sleep do to you? Makes you irritable, cranky, and unable to make good decisions? Well, it can literally affect your physical and mental health. So after nutrition and fitness, sleep is often called the third pillar of our well-being. And if you're still not convinced about it by us saying it, hear it from the big people. Amazon boss Jeff Bezos said it, and Kanwaljit Singh as well. He puts his money where all these sleep companies are. He's the managing partner and founder of Fireside Ventures. Hear them out.
I get 8 hours of sleep. I prioritize it. Unless I'm traveling in different time zones, sometimes it's impossible, but I am very focused on it, and for me, I need 8 hours of sleep. I think better, I have more energy, my mood is better, all these things. And think about it, as a senior executive, what do you really get paid to do? As a senior executive, you get paid to make a small number of high-quality decisions. You make 133 decisions. Is that really worth it if the quality of those decisions might be lower because you're tired or grouchy or any number of things?
So we have invested in a company called the Sleep Company, and I can tell you that is really a very exciting. And sleep tech, not just sleep, and how you can use technology to improve the quality of the sleep and the comfort that you have. And I think that's another breakthrough space which we are very excited about.
Well, there you have it. Bezos telling you why sleep is important, and people like Kanwaljit, why they're putting money into it because of the potential opportunity that they see in the industry, because many are waking up to the importance of nightly rest, which is powering an emerging industry which promises quality sleep. And you'd be surprised, the global sleep economy, that was pegged at a whopping $432 billion as of 2019, and that is expected to grow all the way to $585 billion come 2024.
I'm wondering if sleep was a country, it perhaps would have been one of the largest countries in the world at $585 billion of GDP. But then again, sleep is priceless, ain't it?
Well, looks like you can put a number to that, but let's break up the components of this mega $430+ billion industry. Now, in this, the bedroom furniture, that makes up about $106 billion, bedding, another $98 billion, mattress, about $81 billion, but very important, pajamas, you'd be surprised, is $32 billion. You also have the continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP devices, accounting for $25 billion, sleep supplements, another $18 billion, and the rest includes your sleep tech, tracking devices, airplane sleep accessories, pillows and whatnot, that completes this entire $432 billion industry.
Of this $432 billion, Ritu, where do you spend your most amount of money?
Definitely mattresses.
Definitely mattresses, right? Do you use any of those apps, etc.?
No, none of them actually. But pajamas, yes.
You know, mattresses, Ritu said it, and we all know one of the most important factors for good sleep is a good quality mattress. And that market alone was worth almost $2 billion as of FY19, estimated to be more than almost $3 billion, $2.8 billion by FY24. And understandably, up until now, it was the unorganized sector which primarily dominated the Indian mattress market. But increasingly, and increasing awareness, the ability of people to go ahead and spend, and the brands communicating the benefits of organized mattresses, branded products that they give, that has led the organized industry grow by almost 17% at a compounded rate over the last 5 years. The organized branded mattress industry accounted for nearly 29% of the market in FY14. That's telling you that the unorganized market was dominant at 71%. That has now come down to 60%. And as of FY24, that is likely to be 40% of the market, from 29% to 40%. So that's how important the mattress industry is, and the organized mattress industry at that.
Well, clearly the organized industry is growing, so let's hear it from the players who make up this organized industry. We have 4 very special guests representing the entire universe. Mohanraj Jagannivasan, the CEO of Duroflex, is with us. So is Chaitanya, the co-founder of Wakefit. We also have Priyanka Salot, the co-founder of the sleep company in which Fireside Ventures is an investor. And also with us is Madhavan, the managing director of Peps Industries. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being on the show. Chaitanya, first with you. What do you estimate is the size of the sleep industry, and within that, the mattress market, as per your reading of the primary market?
Firstly, in India, the sleep market itself as an overall thing, which includes sleep apps, meditation apps, other sleep devices, that is a market that's not been quantified as well. However, on the mattress side, there are 3 levels of markets. Number 1 is the overall mattress market, which is about $2 to $2.5 billion. Within that is the organized market, which is about $1 billion. Within the organized space, there is the online mattress market, which is about close to about 1,500 crore in INR. So when you look at these 3 segments, we estimate that we are about 1/3 of the complete online market and about 10 to 11% of the overall organized market. But please note, all of these 3 levels are growing at a very different pace. The overall industry is growing only at about 6 to 8%. The organized part is growing as much as 12 to 15%. And the online part is growing as much as 25-30% a year because the base is so small.
All right, so more people are buying branded mattresses, but more of them are also buying it online now, 25 to 30%. But Mohanraj, in a market that is predominantly unorganized, how do you hope to expand share? Is there a clear shift that's taking place towards a more organized play? I mean, do you see that in your daily life?
So where this industry was like 6-7 years back, and now there's a big change. Demonetization helped a lot, in taking out a lot of unorganized player. GST has played a big role, and we're seeing this industry getting organized. The entire digital penetration, particularly in the last 2 years, all of us was doing work from home. We would have seen the D2C ecosystem has evolved in most of the category. It's no different for the mattress industry and sleep industry as well. And with the e-commerce play and the digital play, the penetration has gone up. But if you really see this product, historically is a very boring product. It is somewhere in the corner of your bedroom, covered under a bed linen. This is not a product where anybody would like to flaunt like a living room, furniture like a sofa or a wall unit. This is a very private space, and hence, the significance of this product was not known much. But I would say this, with the entire COVID playing a large part and sleep playing a very important role in recovery from COVID, this industry is getting the desired focus now.
Well, yes, the importance of good sleep is dawning on Indians, and a lot of startups are taking advantage of that. Priyanka, you started as a D2C brand, and then, of course, you went on to launch your offline stores in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and other cities, and you plan to open 25 more. Why did you decide to go offline? We had Wakefit and others telling us that almost 25% of the sales are actually now coming in online.
Absolutely. As you said, just 3 years back, we started as a D2C brand with the vision to, become world's best comfort tech brand, revolutionizing or upgrading the way people sleep and sit. I think the very, very smooth journey has been, to went from D2C to offline. But as we do that, to me, it's exactly like D2C. It's the same omni-channel that would play out. And the simple reason for us to venture from online to omni-channel, I think, is twofold. One is, if you see 3 years down the line, you would still expect more than 70% of the consumers shopping sleeping products like mattresses, beds, offline, right? And the second big reason is the touch and feel also plays a very big role in this industry. And I think that's why it was a very obvious choice for the sleep company to go and open its own stores within 3 years of launch.
Let's talk about the organized mattress industry now. In India, it mainly consists of three types of mattresses. One, you have the coir mattresses, the PU foam mattresses, and the spring mattresses. About these mattresses itself, the coir mattress dominated the market initially, and now it's been overtaken by the less expensive PU foam mattress, which accounts for nearly half the market, 50%. But spring mattresses are the ones which are driving growth. Currently, they account for about a third of the market, and they're growing extremely fast. Let's talk about the prices as well. The bulk of the action is in the mid segment, with the price range anywhere between 8 to 30,000 rupees. This segment has a 50% share of the market. The economy segment, which consists of mattresses under 8,000 rupees, is about 25% of the market. So basically, 75% of the market is sub 30,000. Then we talk about the luxury and the premium segments. The premium segment between 30,000 to 75,000 rupees a mattress, and the luxury segment, which is 5% of the market, at 75,000 rupees plus per mattress. And that's where the margins are. And at 75,000 rupees, it better give you good sleep, because in terms of customers, it's the residential buyers like you and me who account for 80% of the sales, but 20% of the sales do come from the institutional sector as well. Who are the guys who buy mattresses in the bulk? Maybe it would be the hotels, the hospitals, all of them accounting for the remaining 20%. So that's about all things mattresses.
All things mattresses, residential sales accounting for the bulk of it. But who's selling these to you? Well, there are established players like Kurlon, your Duroflex, Sheila Foam, Peps, Springfit. All of these have been strong brand names. They have a pan-India presence as well and become national brands. But entry barriers are quite low, and a number of startups and therefore have smelt this opportunity and are entering the market. So they're trying to distinguish themselves using technology and innovative niche products that they're coming up with. Now, from Wakefit to Flow, Sleepy Cat, your Sleepseer, Sleep Company, and so on. A lot of companies with the name Sleep have mushroomed in the sleep market over the last few years, especially after the pandemic.
Yes, I mean, and it's so unintuitive to name just Sleep or add that word Sleep in that company.
Must be hard to add another company with the name Sleep. I think everything's taken up.
If you had to open a company, what would you call it?
Well, definitely not something to do with sleep.
Oh, well, we'll see that. But, Mr. Madhavan, you've been in this market for over a decade. What is your market share currently? How do you expand it in a market which is predominantly unorganized, but also increasingly seeing a lot of these startups enter?
Yeah, this mattress industry is highly unorganized, as you rightly said. Consolidation has not taken place. You see quite a large players from the regional areas are getting involved in the activity. And as Peps is concerned, we are a South Indian based organization or company, and we hold closer to around 44% of the spring mattress share in this in pan India. And this industry, as I told you, out of this industry, spring mattresses is around 1,200 crores.
Well, we heard from the traditional players. Chaitanya, you as a newer age company, what is your strategy? Will online continue to be your focus area? That's where the sales are coming? Or, what kind of offline-online mix would be ideal for a company like yours?
I wouldn't sit here and predict an ideal mix. This will have to be guided by our customers, but we definitely are going offline. We've already opened up 10 stores in about 7 cities, which have given us a really, really promising data. And over the next 6 months, we are opening up about another 15 extra stores. So that will make it about 25, 30 stores by the end of this financial year. So what we learned from our customers was that despite earning their trust and buying and building this online category of mattresses over these 7 years, there are some categories where they still want to come and compare with the whole family. They still want to come in with a catalog or a shortlist in mind. They still want to bring photos from their home, sit and compare with the salesperson at a store. So given what we learned, we opened up stores, and that's been a pleasant surprise.
Well, from a listed standpoint, we have just one player, that's Sheela Foam. So are we going to get any more? Let's ask Mohanraj. Mohan, what are your IPO plans? Rather, Duroflex's IPO plans?
Yes, we have plans to go public in the next 2 to 3 years. Hopefully, we are on course. As I said, we grew from 450 to close to 1,000 crores last year. So we've set our goals for the next 2 years. I think around 2 years from now, we'll probably have a relook at the right time to go public. I can't give you a specific time, but yes, the plan is to go public in the next 2 to 3 years.
We take a short break. On the other side, we take a closer look at the Indian sleep industry, the pros and the cons, the yays or the mays.
And we also ask the bigger question, and that is, what will it really take to shake up and wake up the sleep industry? That and more after this short break.